Hello, fellow Sudokans, and welcome to Zen and the Art of the Guardian Sudoku puzzle for Monday, the 8th of November, 19, I nearly said, 1921. Well, that would be something, wouldn't it? That would be time travel. 2021, I think the year still is. Um, it's because I've been watching so many old TV shows recently. That's why I'm still in the 1990s. Let's bring you some good news before we get on to today's easy level puzzle, usually for beginners on a Monday. Something reasonably good news, or kind of good news anyway. In Minawao in Cameroon, there is a large refugee camp, at one point having 60,000 people there. I'm not sure the current number. Opened in 2014, and a terrible place because stuck in the desert area with nothing there. But over the years, they have managed to um, turn it into a vegetative area by planting, with the help of a few organizations, a few different organizations clubbing together to fund the project. And if you see the project, see the photo in the thumbnail of today's video, you'll see the huge difference. It's now a green area, and they have planted lots and lots of trees, and they can use the trees for shade to grow food, in harsh, where the conditions are less harsh, and food will grow below the trees in the shade, and they use the firewood and all kinds of things. It just is a great idea. People in refugee camps don't sit still, do they? I mean, you imagine this thing of them just being helpless. But there are all kinds of activities going on in refugee camps. A place I hope we never have to be situated in. But with the world continuing as it is, who knows what our futures might be. Okay, shall we get on with today's easy level Sudoku puzzle, which means we will be welcoming beginners. So I shall explain the game for you. Now you will see lots of squares across and lots of squares down. There are a total of 81 squares on the board. I know that because it's a 9 across and by 9 down grid. But the number 9 is the key factor here rather than the number 81. So 9 in each square across, 9 in each column down, and 9 in each of these 3 by 3 blocks. And we put the numbers 1 to 9 in each. That means each row, each column, and each block. And that's it. That's all you need to know. Now, the other thing you need to understand is, of course, because there are only 9 squares, you can fit numbers once only. So there is no room for anything else. So, for example, pick up a pen. When you see this 2 in this row, you know that there cannot be another 2 in this row. Again, because there are only 9 squares, and if you're going to put numbers 1 to 9 in, each number can only appear once. So if we look at this block here, we can say this 2 can't be in any of these 3 squares. And then we look at this 2 here, and we say the same thing. Well, 2 can't be in either of these 2 squares, can it? Because it's in this row already, and it can't reappear. So if we can't have a 2 in these 3, and we can't have a 2 in these 2, what's left? There is only 1 square left, and this process of elimination is how we play the game. We know for sure now that that must be a 2 because the 2 can't fit anywhere else, and there is only one solution to these games. It's not that, you say, oh, well, it could be a 2, maybe it's something else, I have to look for anything else. No. At that point, you can stop looking. You know it's a 2. You see this 4 in this row blocking across and this 4 blocking across. That's why I want you to think of a kind of blocking pattern, blocking across here and blocking across here like that. So not allowed in these squares, not allowed in this square, and the 4 blocking down here, not allowed here. So not here, not here, not here. What's left? Just that square there. So we know that the 4 has to go there like that. Got it? It's not that difficult thing to understand, but of course, depending on how many numbers they give you, it can be a very difficult game to play. Today shouldn't be. 7 in this column means no 7 can appear in any of these 3 squares. 7 in this column means 7 cannot appear in any of these 3 squares, and 7 across here means 7 is banned from this square here. So not down here, not down here, and not across here. So 7 has to be there. Let's take that 7, now that we've got 7 here, and say that it blocks back this way. 7 cannot appear here, right? 7 is not in this row either, and 7 cannot be in this column and cannot be in this column. So we've blocked here, we've blocked here, we've blocked here, and we've blocked down here. So we know that 7 has to be there like that. Um, 6 blocking up this column, 6 blocking up this column, so all of these 4 squares are eliminated, and we know that 6 has to go there like so. This 2 blocks down this column here, and this 2 blocks across here, so again just 1 square left. Okay, when we see a column like this and we see 3 numbers missing, we can count through and see which numbers are missing. So we have 1 and 2, we don't have 3, we've got 4, we don't have 5, so that's 3 and 5. We've got 6, 7, 8, but we don't have 9. So the missing numbers are 3, 5, and 8. And they have to fit into these 3 numbers, into these 3 squares here. We sometimes call them cells, C-E-L-L. So the 3 numbers 3, 5, and 9 have to be in these 3 squares here. Now we can see 9 can't appear in this square because of this 9, and 9 can't appear in this square. So 9 has got to be here. Okay. Now the other missing number, now we've got that, we're down to 3 and 5, but you can see that this 5 here stops that square from being a 5, and so we know that the 5 has to go there, and the last number that we need to finish the column is a 3. Now that 3 we can take and say, look, it blocks back across in this direction here, no 3 in this 2 squares, and this 3, no 3 in either of these 2 squares, so blocked and blocked gives us a 3 that we can place there. This 1 blocks across here, and this 1 block. Oh no, sorry. Oh, I almost made a mistake. I was going to say, I didn't notice we already have a 1 here. Excuse me. See, it's quite easy to make mistakes in Sudoku. Even if you're an experienced player playing it at simple levels, it's quite possible to make mistakes. Okay, this is what we do now. We say, what numbers are missing in this row? Again, we have 3 empty squares. The missing numbers seem to be 1, 2, and 4, right? We don't have a 1, we don't have a 2, we've got 3, we don't have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, yes. So, but now we say, look, what about this square here? Can it be a 1? No, because we've got a 1 blocking here. Can it be a 4? No, because we've got a 4 blocking here. So in that case, we know it's got to be a 2. Okay, so now we do something like this. Sometimes we have to look ahead a couple of steps. You have to imagine how things are going to be a couple of steps later, maybe. Oh no, actually we don't need to do that, sorry. 6 blocking up here, 6 blocking down here. That will give us a 6 here. And then we can say this 6 blocking across this row, this 6 blocking across this row, so blocked, and then a 6 blocking up here will give us a 6 to place here. And then up in the top block up here, we sometimes refer to these as blocks, these segments, okay? 6 blocking up here, 6 blocking up here, so blocked and blocked. Let's look at this middle section, column rather. 6 blocking across here and 6 blocking across here, so again, just 1 available square for us. We know that that's our missing number, and this is what you need to do. You need to make sure that it is the only possible place where that number can go. Then you can place the number. Don't make it a kind of it might be there. It's no good guessing at this game. You mustn't guess. It won't be a good outcome. Well, you could, of course, it could be a good outcome. You could actually get lucky, but it's not the right way to play the game. Now, this is where I'm going to ask you to look ahead a little. Okay, so now the 5 blocks down here, right? So what's left? These 2 squares. Now, do we have any intersecting 5s we can go? No, we don't. So we only know that 5 has to go here or here, but we can't be more precise than that. We just say 5 is somewhere in either of these 2 squares. Now that's important because it means if 5 is here, it can't appear in this column, and if the 5 is here, it still can't appear in this column. So wherever the 5 goes, whether it's here or here, it still blocks both of these squares down here. So now we have the 5 blocking here and the 5 from here blocking down here. So now we just have one space where it can go. Now missing numbers from this column are 4 and 9. I think, let's see, 1, 2, 3, we don't have a 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, we don't have a 9. So 4 and 9 have to fit into these 2 squares here. And what do you see up here? Right. So this 4 means that this can't be a 4. 4 has to go here, and 9 has to go here, like that. So, you know, a bit like chess, sometimes you have kind of forward moves. In other words, thinking a few steps ahead. By the way, Steps Ahead is a very good jazz group. Was, I should say, I suppose. Okay, now I don't play these games before I start the video, so I have no idea when starting how easy or difficult they're going to be, but the Guardian is normally not very taxing, I must admit. Okay, now, so we can say this 5 stops in this row at the top here. We don't yet have a 5. This 5 stops this square from being a 5, and this 5 stops this square from being a 5. So 5 must be in the only other available cell, which is there. And now we can say this 5 blocking down here and this 5 blocking up here gives us a 5 to place there. Now we have 3 missing numbers here. They look to be 7, 8, and 9. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so 7, 8, and 9. But look, can this square be 7? No, either because of this square or because of this square. Remember, a number can't reappear in this block. So this 7 square can't be 7, can't be 9. So it's got to be 8 because it's 7, 8, and 9 that are missing. And now we know that that's an 8. Up here, the 7 stops this from being a 7, so we can put our 7 here, and our 9 is the last number to finish that. Back down here for this 8 that we placed, it now blocks across here, and we have 8 blocking across here, so blocking, and then 8 blocking down here, so we know that 8 has to fit there. Okay, there's 2 blocks down here, so that can't be a 2. There's 2 blocks across here, so we know that 2 must be in that square there. Now this is an interesting idea. Look, we have 2 numbers missing here. Now we can find out what they are. We may or may not know which squares they go in, but we know that there are only 2 numbers missing. So the other number that we need for this block will go here, whatever that is. I haven't worked it out yet. But let's see what's missing from here. We're missing a 1. We don't have a 1. 2, 3, and we don't have a 4. So 1 and 4 are our missing numbers here. Now, actually, we're going to be able to place them. But supposing we didn't know that didn't see this 4. We have 1 and 4 here. Well, we can find out this number by counting through again. So we have 1. Do we have a 2? No, we don't. So we know that that's got to be a 2. Okay. All right. So 1 and 4. 4 stops here. So 4 is there. 1 is there. And 2 is, in fact, our last number there. What's left? 2 blocks across here like this, 2 blocks across here like this, and 2 blocks up here. So 2 has got to be in that square there. Okay, 3 missing numbers here look to be 3, 5, and 9. Let's check. 1, 2 we have. Do we have 3? No. 4? Yes. 5? No. 6, 7, 8? Yes. 9. So 3, 5, and 9 are the missing numbers here, but look, there's a 9 blocking this square and a 5 blocking this square here, so we know that that's got to be a 3. And now 3 blocks up here, and there's just 1 square left there to give us a 3. Missing numbers here are 1 and 8, but we've got a blocking 8 here, so we know that the 8 goes in this square. And the last number, either for this block or for this column, doesn't matter which way you look at it, either way you'll find it's a 1. And now we have just 1 number missing over here, 1, 2, we don't have a 3 yet, so we know that the 3 has to go there. Now there's 3 blocks down here like this, and there's 3 blocks across here, so we can say 3 is in that square there. There's 7 blocks up here, so only 1 square left. Now the 8 blocks this square, so the 8 goes here. And the other number that we need to finish is 9. And this 9 will stop this square here from being a 9, so 9 will go here like this. And 5 is the last number that we need either for this column or this block. 1 number missing across here, it's a 3, 1, 2. We don't have 3, we've got everything else. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 3 goes there. Now there's 3 blocks up here, and there's 3 blocks this square, so 3 must be there. You see that we need to go all around the board, right? You know, not just be stuck in one location. We can find these missing numbers now because they're just 1 number missing from each row. So, this 5 means that this 5 is blocked here, so a 5 has to go here, and the missing number from this row is in fact a 9. Or you can see well, that's it here, either from this block or from this row. Okay, now this 9 blocks up here and 9 blocks this square here, so 9's got to go there. This 5 stops this square from being a 5, so 5 is here. 1 is the last number that we need. That stops this square from being a 1, so 1 is here. The last number that we need now is a 4. 4 stops this from being a 4, so 4 is here. And the last number that we need for this block or this row is a 1. And this 1 blocks up here, giving us a 1 here. And just to finish off now, a 4 stops that from being a 4, so 4 goes here. And the last number that we need to finish our puzzle is an 8, and I hope you understood how we played that. You must try it yourself. It's no good just watching other people play these games. Watch other people play for a while, but also you must try them out, and there are links, plenty of links. There's a beginner's channel on here, on this my Zen and the Art of the Guardian Sudoku puzzle. You will find a whole lot of beginner puzzles if you go to the link and practice them all. Okay, thank you for joining me, and hope to see you again with some more slightly difficult stuff tomorrow maybe, or whenever you feel like it. Bye bye.